Sorry about that. My mic was muted. So, well, yeah, welcome back to the stream. I had to go to the bathroom real quick. So, I was saying, oh boy, Sholmes is a character. He's very much a character, I will say. But how much of a character is he? Well, I am wearing pink right now, as you can tell, and as pink has a bit of red in it, it made me think of Sholmes, and just what he did the last time. His beautiful gray hair gone into a shade of strawberry tomato red. I don't even know what color it is anymore. You guys, I am suffering so much from this man. I thought I knew him. Thought I did. But little did I know, he deceived me into earning my trust. So yeah, we'll go back to Ace Attorney. So we're gonna get back into this game. We were talking with the warden because we're trying to figure out what happened to that woman's husband. I think we'll have a refresher on her name and then his name, because I already forgot everybody basically. So yeah, we're gonna get back into it. So give me one quick second while I do some things. Okay. But yeah, Sholmes was like, I don't know how to describe him. He's definitely he's a great character. I'm not saying that he's not a great character. He's not a great character. It's just like that one moment I lost faith. I seriously lost faith in this man. And I don't know. Okay, so we're gonna get back into it. Let's get started. Okay. So I think the last thing I had to do was I had to go back to the hotel because this man won't talk to us because we're Japanese. Whatever. I guess he somehow knows about the professor incident. Who cares about the professor except us, because we need to know about what happened to Kazuma's father, why he was the way he became, and everything else about him. But you know, it's not that important. I don't know. Give me 1 second. Okay. Oh wait, let me bring this just a bit closer. I knew the second I sat down too that this mic wasn't in the right position, but I was like, I'll just keep it here. Now that I'm looking, I'm like, yeah, I need to move it. So 1 second. And what I mean by it wasn't in the right position is because the way I'm sitting, if I kept in the original position, all my body was over here, and obviously right here is where my desk is. So I need to move it just a tad, just to be sure I can sit comfortably and also able to see the lines too. So let me get back into it. Okay, so let us see where we have to go now. Okay, let's go back to the hotel because we definitely need to go get her. I think it's Judge Jigoku who has the information. Oh, sorry. I guess our father. No, her father. I just realized. Right there, the newspaper he's reading. It's obviously talking about. It's like it's supposed to be like a placeholder. Like it's obviously just they don't have to make a new one, but. That's the newspaper for how many months ago? Not even months ago. I think like it's like a week old newspaper. Why is he reading it? I don't know. Does it have pertinent information to this trial? Wait, not even a trial. We don't haven't had a case study yet. I don't know. Does it retain pertinent information? Let us see. That's Professor Mikotoba over there.
Ah, hello you two.
I was just taking a moment to catch up on the world now that I'm unpacked. But where's Judge Jigoku? Yes, he's not the relaxing sort. He's taking himself off to pay his respects to all the legal bigwigs. Having only just arrived in the country today? Goodness, he is full of energy. Professor, you mentioned something before about how you'd known the prison governor at Barclay Prison? Oh, Governor Caden, you mean? So it is the same man. Father, we must speak with the governor. But he refused to talk to us. He said we were suspicious Easterners. Well, I'm sure if I accompanied you, it would be a very different story. Oh, would you? That would be wonderful. If you have time now. Sadly, as you can see, I'm very busy at the moment. Busy drinking coffee on a comfortable settee? No, I have rather a lot to prepare for tomorrow, you know. Oh, sorry. I didn't say that out loud, did I? Have you guys ever... Okay. This is a common literary trope and also sometimes seen in visual media. But does this happen in real life where you guys think you're thinking something in your head, but then you actually say it out loud? Like, I don't know. I've always read and seen that in literature, TV, movies, but excuse me, I have never seen, or I never had that happen in real life with anyone I know. Like, does that happen with you guys? Let me know. You Mikotobas are alarmingly good at reading people's thoughts. Or could it be that you Naruhodos are alarmingly bad at hiding your thoughts? Let's not fall out now. I have an idea. I know it's like writing down something, but it sounds like he was like cutting something. What's he writing on that piece of paper? Here's a letter of introduction for you. Hopefully, when he sees my name, he'll change his tune. Ah, thank you. The letter of introduction has been entered into the court record. Good luck then. There he goes, back down. Okay, nothing new. Okay, let me look at that court record. See if we can look at the people's names. It's, what's her face? Oh, there we go. Evie Vigil, and then Daily Vigil. Okay, so now that we're done with that, let us move back to the prison. There we go. Alrighty. Let's give him this letter of introduction. Time for him to stop being racist towards me because I happen to be Japanese, the same person as the professor. Oh my god, how racist, huh? Professor Mikotoba has wonderful handwriting, doesn't he? This dark-suited young man is not in the least bit untrustworthy. Is it just me, or does that make me sound extremely untrustworthy? I do wish he'd at least called you a nice young man. I'm really not sure that would help. Some letter of introduction. If you just cast your eyes over this, Governor Caden. What's this then? You kind of pulled that wool over my eyes, you good-for-nothing Japanese student. Mikotoba. That young jock from that forensics laboratory? That Mikotoba? Yes, exactly. Him! Oh dear. Perhaps I should have said something sooner. I'm Yujin Mikotoba's daughter, Susato. James! You're the young man's daughter!
And you didn't think to mention that before.
I do apologize.
Aye, well, you'd best take a seat then. Can I offer you a cup of tea, perhaps? I didn't forget to try one. Oh, and didn't forget to try one of these wee handcuffed biscuits.
Exactly how I feel, like what's happening in this situation. Oh god, I already love this dynamic going on here.
Your father's influence is nothing short of amazing. I am bitterly regretting not announcing who I was from the outset now.
Yeah, that would have definitely helped here.
So then, what can I do for you, Anne?
Well, we are currently investigating a case. It's one of your warders, you see. He's gone missing.
Missing?
That's right. It's surely been reported to you as well, being the prison governor.
He doesn't know, does he?
I haven't heard nothing of the sort. There's no missing persons in my prison.
Wait, I'm going. Oh god, that was going to the Van Zeeks territory. Jesus.
Oh. But how can that be? It's Mr. Daily Vigil, your chief warder.
Huh? Vigil?
That's right. His wife came to us and asked us to investigate his disappearance. Let's skip the part about him only going missing yesterday for now.
Aye.
Clearly, that means something to him. Would you be so kind as to tell us what you know, sir?
Aye, of course.
Alrighty, time to finally talk with this man.
We understand that Mr. Vigil is the chief warder here at the prison.
Aye, that he was. Strong sense of responsibility and dedicated to the job. No doubt about it.
Okay. I was about to do the Canadian aboot, but I'm not going to do it. Let me start again.
A strong sense of responsibility and dedicated to the job. No doubt about it. He was a fine warder.
Sorry, did you say was?
Aye. Doesn't work here no more. You left the job.
Oh my! When was this exactly?
There is a question. When was it about? It kinda haven't been much less than 10 years ago now.
What? 10 years ago? He stopped working here 10 years ago?
Aye, as I mind it. Chicken, I haven't heard the fellow's name in a long time. That's a worry if he's gone missing though.
But Mrs. Vigil made no mention of it. I think perhaps, Mr. Naruhodo, that his wife simply doesn't know. I think she's unaware that he no longer works here. Governor Caden, can you tell us what happened? Why did Mr. Vigil give up his job here?
That's important. Important, isn't it?
Yes. I believe it might be. What are you thinking, Mr. Naruhodo?
I don't know. I'm trying to keep this man talking.
I can't help wondering, given that it was 10 years ago.
Yep. The professor case. Here we go.
Which was exactly when the professor was being held at this prison.
Could it be that he was like helping him? Or did he shoot? What? Okay. Was it him who shot the professor? And then I don't know. Like I'm just spouting bullshit at this moment. Like I don't know. what to say. But could it be that it was him who shot the professor when he was coming out of the grave, and that's anything? I don't know. I'm just thinking.
So Mr. Vigil actually resigned from the position of chief warder 10 years ago, you're telling us. What happened to make him leave the job?
In actual fact, he didn't leave the job willingly. He had no choice in the matter.
You mean he was dismissed?
It was after a particular walk.
Sorry? A walk?
Aye, that's a word for it in here. A walk to the gallows.
Oh. Okay.
An execution?
It's the job of the chief warder to prepare the gallows tree. And oversee any executions, just say.
So he didn't do the job properly, is what I'm getting. He didn't do it right, and he got blamed for the professor. Okay, I see.
Only Vigil did something unthinkable on that last walk he was manning.
What did he do?
I'm sorry, but I cannot reveal that information. But I can tell you that it's very rare for a chief warder to be relieved of his post.
But why would Mr. Vigil? Why wouldn't Mrs. Vigil know about it? She appears to be under the impression that her husband still works here.
I wouldn't care anything about it, I'm afraid.
Can you perhaps answer one more question about the circumstances of his dismissal?
And what about that being?
That last execution that Mr. Vigil was responsible for overseeing. Was it by any chance the professor's?
My thoughts exactly. See? We're all on the same wavelength here.
I'm sorry. I really am. But I'm not at liberty to answer that. Not at liberty to answer that. That's how you're supposed to say it.
I see.
Jeez. We all want to know what's going on, but there's something that's keeping people from talking.
My father came to Britain all those years ago in order to study forensic science. But you seem to have been well acquainted.
The dead room, the prison, and the cemetery have a lot to do with one another. After all, they need fresh corpses for forensic research. Gee, Ken.
Yes, I can imagine. The advancement of medical science isn't always particularly palatable.
Yeah, it's true.
Your father worked in the laboratory just on the far side of the graveyard, in the basement of St. Signers. It's still in use today.
St. Signers?
That's come up before, I'm sure. Yep. Everything's just basically connected to the professor case. That's what I'm getting.
Yes, that's right. We've been there.
Mikotoba and I after.
Okay. I had to say that.
Mikotoba and I after used to ride in a carriage together and negotiate terms.
For more fresh material, I suppose.
Aye. And we used to sit in here for hours and gab on about this dissection and all sorts. Ugh, it takes me back. Over a pot of tea and a plate of cough biscuits, of course.
Okay, I want to make my own handcuffed biscuits now. Like, you'll see, I'm gonna make my own.
How charming.
Oh.
It's just like, it's like very cute to see with the tiny biscuit and then the cup of tea in his hand with his movement like that. It's just so cute to see that.
Aye, he was a good fellow, your father. Reliable and dead set on his work. But I'm afraid I'll never understand you Japanese.
Because of Genshin Asogi, I suppose.
No, because I don't even understand what you're saying.
But I'm not even speaking Japanese. I'm speaking English.
What'd you say, lad?
Sorry. Well,
I cannot tell you anything else.
thank you so much for your time, Governor.
Oh, one moment before you're away in. I'm sure I have it here somewhere. Ah, found it. Here, take this as a wee souvenir of your visit to the prison.
What is it?
That's the Vigil's dismissal notice. It's 10 years old now, of course.
Oh my. Are you sure?
Aye, it's no trouble at all. Trouble at all. It's not the original mind.
Vigil's dismissal notice has been entered into the court record. Thank you very much, Governor Caden.
Well, in return, do me a favor and never come back here. That case is closed. Case is closed. Jeez.
Well, I think we ought to return to Baker Street for the time being. Yes, I agree. We need to report back to Mr. Sholmes with what we found about Mr. Vigil. What will he tell Mrs. Vigil, I wonder? It's honestly crazy. It's like...
Okay, let's take a look at this first.
Ah, look! We have an opportunity here now while the governor's away. Mr. Naruhodo, you could be imprisoned if you were caught. That's a good point. Perhaps not then.
Okay. Oh, dang, we can't look at anything? Dumb. Okay. So what I was about to say is that it's crazy how, like, everything is connected to the entire incident with the professor and now Mr. Vigil's disappearance. It's like, how is something 10 years ago this relevant to everyone in this case? Because not only is this connected, but Van Zieks' brother is the last victim, and obviously Van Zieks is the one behind it all. Well, not behind it all. He's the one who's the prosecution for all my cases. The guy happened to be Japanese, and now he's the mass murderer. It's just that, like, it's really crazy how, like, this case, it's like even though it's 10 years old, it's a decade old by this point, it is so old, and yet it's still so very relevant to everyone. And it's crazy how everything's, like, I don't know. I'm just rambling, but it's crazy. Okay, here we go. We're back.
Hello, you two. I thought you'd be back before long, so I baked some scones for us all. Ah, so that's what that does. Oh.
Just when I thought it couldn't get any worse. This man. What the hell is going on here? Oh! Are you kidding me? You know what, guys? Okay, today's stream is over. Bye. I'll see you later. Oh my god. Like, what the? No. Bad, Sholmes. Bad. Go to the corner. my god. How many times is this man gonna kill me with his stupidity? Well, not stupidity, his eccentricity. Because I can't take it anymore. I can't take it anymore. What the hell is going on here? What is up with this episode and everything being all loosey-goosey with this man? Like, was he saving up all this looniness for this moment just to make me go insane? Is this what this man does? Does he like treating me like this? You guys tell me, because I'm going insane here for this man. Oh, God. Okay, here we go again. Yet again, we're going to deal with this man. I don't know how I'm dealing with him, but we're dealing with him right now. Let's do it again. Okay, let's do this.
Greetings, my dear fellows. You've returned a good deal sooner than I was anticipating.
Hello, Mr. Sholmes. I can't keep doing this. Okay, let's do it again. Let's keep going. Hello, Mr. Sholmes? Huh?
Say nothing. Your thoughts are written all over your faces in any case. It turns out that it may have been advisable to test my hair color restoration tonic before application.
Oh, okay. Oh my.
Pray, tell me, what of our water friend? Have you garnered some new information?
And this is why you test out things before you put it on your body, on your hair, or anything else that you don't know how it's going to affect. Because this is what happens. It goes from red to blue in a matter of hours, and makes you go crazy. Oh, yes, something very surprising in fact. Though it's not a patch on your hair, to be honest. Oh, God. Okay, I need to read what they said, but... God. Okay. I needed that. Oh, let me get it. Let me get a napkin. I'll be right back. Sorry about that. Okay, let me do this again. Let me read what Susato was saying. It most certainly isn't, but still, we've discovered that. Sholmes! Oh no! Oh no! I thought okay. I thought that was Evie. Sholmes! Drop everything, Sholmes. This is more important. Gina? Uh-oh. Oh no, something's not good. Because last time we saw this was when she was like, it was the McGilded case. I can't. Adam and Eve it. Adam and Eve it. Oh. What's happened?
Clearly a very grave matter indeed. For Mr. Strahd made no mention of my hair whatsoever.
Oh God. It's the boss. What happened? What do you mean? Inspector Gregson? The boss is... He's... Oh my... He's dead. Holy crap. Whoa. Okay. Well, this is certainly a turn of the tables, I'd say.
Oh boy, I was definitely not expecting this. Okay, we gotta keep going though, but... What happened? Who killed him? Like... Bro, what the heck happened? What?
They just found his body. Shot with a pistol.
What?
But... Inspector Gregson? He was
Murdered?
not Gregsy.
Come in, my dear girl. Tell us the whole story. Oh god, I don't want to talk to her. I don't want to talk about this. Oh god, I am so not ready for this. Okay, I'm gonna go let my dog out. I hear him walking about, but it's also a good time thing. And it just sat down, so give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Okay, let's keep going then. Let's we need to know what happened, but I don't want to talk to her about this. Like, God, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. I thought we were just gonna try to find this guy, but now we gotta find out what happened to Gregson. Here we go. Are you serious, Gina? Inspector Gregson was really shot?
I don't know much about what happened myself yet. They're still there, investigating the scene.
Where did this take place?
A little rented room in a building full of flats on Fresno Street.
The outskirts of town. Nowhere near his home. He was perhaps investigating a case then.
The thing is, no one at the yard knows nothing about no case around there.
Oh, how strange. Then what was he doing there?
The boss was. He was so good to me. I know I ain't up to much yet, but one day I was gonna show him. I'd become a proper detective.
Oh. You could tell, like, they had a big bond over the past few months. And, like, he was starting to become, like, a father figure to her. Jeez. Oh, this is hard. This is really hard to I don't even just watch, to read.
Oh, Jenny.
Okay. Who did it? So, who did this? Do you have any idea who the culprit is?
They got him already.
Already? They caught the shooter so soon?
A witness reported something was going on, and the boys got straight down there and took care of him.
Who? What awful person did this?
I still can't believe it myself.
Gina?
It was
No. No way this was him. No. Hold up here. Wait. What's going on? Don't tell me it's Lord Van Zeeks.
Wait a minute, you don't mean...
Okay, wait, what the heck is going on here? Okay. Okay. Okay, let me just wrap my brain around this for a second. At first, I thought this case was just gonna be a missing person case. I thought that was just it. I thought it was just gonna be a simple missing person case. No other things were gonna happen. But now we have Sholmes with this. Okay. Okay. Let me just boil down to this. Gregson is dead. And the one who shot him was Lord Van Zeeks? What the heck is going on here? There has to be something else going on here. There has to be. No way. Because... What? Like, what does Lord Van... Okay, you know what? Okay. Hold on. Let me just take my camera off here for a second. Let me just... Give me a second. Like... What the heck is going on here? What the heck is going on? Because... Like... I don't even know. What the heck is going on with this case? First, I thought it was just Lord Van Zeeks. Like, okay, here's the thing. What the heck is going on? Because I thought it was just Inspector Gregson that was dead. Like, that was the big thing. I thought that was it. But Lord Van Zeeks? What does he have to do with anything? What does Lord Van Zeeks have anything to do with, like... He's not a murderer. Yes, he could wield a sword, and he could wield a gun, obviously. But... What? There has to be something else going on here. There has to be something behind the scenes. Like... What? What happened? He's being framed. This is not Lord Van Zeeks. This isn't Lord Van Zeeks at all. Like... I don't know, man. I don't know what's going on here. Like... God... I don't know. Could... Is there like a sign I'm not seeing anywhere? Is there something that I missed with this guy? Because... This isn't Lord Van Zeeks. Does this seem like Van Zeeks' behavior? I don't know. Like, oh god. Okay, we gotta keep going, okay. Oh god. Okay. Oh, my head already hurts from what's happening in this game. I don't even know anymore, man. I don't know. Okay. Okay, let's get back into it. God, this case is messing with my brain, my voice, and just my emotions. Okay, here we go. They've arrested Lord Van Zeeks for it? That's right. That Reaper bloke's gone and shot the boss. No. Lord Van Zeeks? Exactly. It's... No way. Are you quite sure, Mr. Lestrade? It's Barrack Van Zeeks that the police have arrested. I saw him with my own eyes in the interview room at the yard. I don't believe it. But there were witnesses, and they're all saying it was them. So you mean there were actually multiple witnesses? They heard the gunshot, apparently. And when our lot got to the scene, there was only the boss and that Reaper bloke in the room. This has to be a setup. This has to be a setup. Like, oh god. I can't wrap my brain around this. Like, this has to be a setup. There's no way. But there's no way Lord Van Zeeks would have taken Gregson's life. Exactly my point. I just don't believe it. I don't believe it either. God. Thank you for informing us, Mr. Lestrade. Oh, no, that's not that. Thank you for informing us, Mr. Lestrade. This really is most terrible news. I'm dreadfully sorry. What are you saying sorry for? You didn't do nothing! Well, anyway,
I'm taking a cab over to the scene right now. Please come in all, as soon as you can. You gotta help.
Oh. Jeez, this is so hard. It's a detective's lot to appear wherever some sinister plot has unfolded. Little wonder we all look haggard. Sometimes, these things are almost too much for the nerves. You can say that again. Mr. Sholmes. What use is there in being a great detective if I fail to see something like this coming, How could I let this happen to Gregson? To Gregson! Oh. Jeez, you could tell this is affecting them all. Like... It's not a hurdle. I shall leave at once to begin my investigations.
Of course, yes. We will too.
It would be helpful if you could talk to Mr. Reaper and see what you can glean. I'm sure you were intending to do so anyway. Until later then.
Jesus. Inspector Gregson, dead. And Lord Van Zeek's arrested. Bruno, Susie! I've called you a hansom. It's waiting outside. Thanks, Iris. Shall we, Mr. Sato? Yes!
Oh, here we go. We gotta get going. Oh, wait, look at that.
Lord Van Zeeks has been arrested? What on earth is happening?
Exactly what I was thinking. Like, all these characters' lines is basically what I'm thinking.
Oh, man. He's actually in the cell. Bro, what the hell? There he is. Lord Van Zeeks behind bars.
No, wait, this is actually happening.
So it's true. He really was arrested. He's sitting with his back to the wall, reading something. I don't think he's noticed us.
Lord Van Zeeks? Fancy meeting you here. The last place on Earth I'd like to be, but the last person on Earth I'd like to see. You love seeing me admit it.
I couldn't very well not welcome.
Well, oh no, sorry, not welcome. I very not well. Okay, let me read that again. Hold up. I couldn't very well not come. Okay, there we go.
Well, you heard what happened. That Inspector Gregson was... Come on.
Oh, this has nothing to do with it.
Oh God, this has everything to do with... What happened? What's going on? But...
Oh God. Oh God, one second. Okay, oh, okay. I'm not laughing at him. I'm not laughing at what's happening. It's just like the last time we saw him, he was obviously taller, but they had to lower him so you can see his face through the bars. But it's like the height difference is so... Oh God, the height difference is so like the change is so noticeable when you have Susato right next to the cell door, and he's almost her height when he's supposed to be way taller. It looks like he's like on his knees or something. Okay, sorry about that. Let's keep going.
Forgive me, Lord Van Zeeks, but I must disagree. Inspector Gregson was very helpful to us on a number of occasions. We're indebted to him, and at the very least, we owe it to him to find out the truth about his death. You must help us with our investigations, please.
There's really nothing I can tell you.
What were you just reading at the back of the cell there? Was something related to this case?
This? The yard isn't quite so cavalier with its information as to share the case details with a suspect. This is A letter from an old acquaintance. Okay.
Oh, who might that be?
Okay, give me 1 second. I think my dog's ready. I hear him. So 1 second. Alright, let's get going. Okay.
Someone you know, as it happens. Albert.
Aw, Hairbrain. Aw.
Jeez. Everyone's here. Everyone's in this case.
Of course, yes. I keep forgetting they went to the same university.
And I would like to read my correspondence in peace. So let's get this over with, shall we? What is it you want to know?
Strange. I mean, let's face it, Lord Van Zeeks never minces his words. But they seem to have less bite than usual somehow. You can tell, like, something's going on in his brain, but like... Oh, God, what is happening here? Can you at least tell us your side of the story, Lord Van Zeeks? What happened?
How much do you already know?
We know that the inspector was shot dead in a small rented room on Fresno Street. And that you were found there by the police when they arrived on the scene and immediately arrested. We were told that there was nobody else in the room and that some witnesses heard the gunshot.
Then you're well informed. And there's really nothing I can add. The truth is, I don't know what happened myself.
Okay.
Sorry about that. My dog was hungry. So sorry. Okay, so 1 second. Okay.
But the gunshot. Obviously, you didn't fire the gun, did you?
I'm not in the habit of shooting people I work alongside. I also heard the noise. However, before I had a chance to investigate, I was apprehended by the arriving officers.
So he doesn't actually know what happened.
It's okay. Thank you. Something else is going on here, but he was arrested, so people lied.
If I might ask, what were you doing in that place to begin with?
I don't need to answer that.
Yes, you do. We need to know what's going on here. Oh,
After all, you're not representing me, but we will represent this man.
he is going to need a lawyer, though. Who is going to be representing you in court, Lord Van Zeeks?
Myself. Anyone other than you, I should imagine.
Huh. Would I be right in assuming that you have no representation yet? As yet.
Defense lawyers shy away from any trial involving the Reaper, as I'm sure you know. But this is different. In my career, of all the defendants I've prosecuted, only 19 have ever been acquitted. Of them, 16 subsequently died in mysterious circumstances. Questions will be asked now.
Surely not.
I assure you, no defense lawyer will want to touch me with the end of a barge pole.
Well, it's like Renasket. Well, do you want to be touched with something else? But you didn't actually have anything to do with those people's deaths, did you?
It's been 10 years now that I've been the Reaper of the Bailey, known as the Reaper of the Bailey. Believe me, nobody wants to know the true identity of this killer more than I. However, it seems things may come to a head before I have the chance to uncover the truth about that.
What does he mean by that? Okay. Let's keep figuring out. We gotta keep going. After the trial, Professor Harebrain was supposed to go straight back to Germany, I thought.
It's elected to inform me of his safe arrival at home. I arranged his passage by sea and rail. It's a relief, I must say. He should now be beyond the reaches of the Reaper.
That's good, at least. Because the Reaper doesn't follow people abroad, you mean?
Yes, so it seems. Your stupid little Nipponese friend, for example. You told me he was keeping well in Japan when I inquired the other day.
Yes, that's right. He's an author now, happily working in Tokyo. So Professor Harebrain is safely back in Germany now.
He is. So, it appears our conversation has run dry.
There was a 2-second silence, that's all.
Literally. Well, in any event, if you'll excuse me now, I wouldn't like to detain you.
Please, sir, detain me.
No, we're not being that way.
I was wondering, Lord Van Zeeks, if you'd like, I'd be happy to advocate for you.
No. You trust me, do you?
Yes. I've heard you speak many times in court. I've seen how you treat people. So I'm quite sure that you would never have taken another's life. It's just, my feelings can't be used as evidence in a court of law, sadly.
What do you mean feelings?
Van Zeeks, I've been meaning to say this for a long time, But I hate you with all my heart.
Buddy.
It's a very gracious offer. However, I trust no one.
Hey, okay, well, there's his answer. We're not doing it anymore.
What?
Not the police, not the judiciary, and not your Nippon.
Oh my great Lord Jesus Christ in heaven. This man will just die on this hill, won't he? He does not give a damn about us. This is a hard case already. I apologize for going in and out for the stream, but I have to because I'm the only one really who's taking care of my dog at the moment. So if I keep popping in and out, my apologies. Okay. So back to this.
But please.
I have no intention of engaging your services.
The chasm between us is just too wide and too deep, it seems.
I'd appreciate it if we don't visit again. Then neither of us will waste any more time.
Jeez. Perhaps we need to dig a little deeper and find out more about Lord Van Zeeks and what happened to Inspector Gregson.
Jeez, like I want to help so much, but there has to be something we have to say to him to make him change his mind. There has to be. Sorry, wrong button. Okay, then go to the scene of the crime, I guess.
Jesus. This really is an out-of-the-way part of London. I doubt many people find their way down this back street. So this dust-ridden rented old room is where it happened then.
So this is.
So that I was doing Iris's voice. Okay, here we go. So this is where poor Inspector Gregson lost his life. Yes, and the police are already hard at work investigating, it seems.
Wait, is that was he trying to do the same thing like Sholmes is doing?
I don't see Mr. Sholmes anywhere, though. Perhaps his investigations have taken him elsewhere.
Oi! What you think you're doing there? Every one of them drawers has got to be taken out. Take it right out so you can look underneath it all. I want the space above the ceiling checked. And don't forget to look inside the chimney stack too. Blimey, ain't you lot never gone over an hour's luck? Okay, oh god. Gina's voice is harder.
Blimey, ain't you lot never gone over an house looking for dough when the owners are out of town?
Gina's obviously got some unique investigative techniques she wants everyone to adopt.
Oh, so you turned up at last. Mind you, I ain't been here long myself.
Hello again, Gina. Let's get. Sorry, it's my mom.
Sholmes has only just left. You're lucky you missed that. I went prancing around in here, pointing at stuff and flicking that out of his, and then he just scuppered.
Jesus, I hate this.
Oh, he's finished investigating already, you mean? Yeah. He didn't stop to say nothing to no one, not even me.
Gina, would you mind if we investigated too?
Listen, Odo. You're a lawyer, right?
Yes. Why?
Well, you're not thinking of trying to help that Reaper bloke, are you?
Oh. Poor Gina. She's never going to forget, is she? That trial will haunt her forever.
Gina, if you don't mind me saying, if Lord Van Zeeks really is responsible for this crime, he will be duly and fairly judged in court. I suppose you're right, yeah. Go on then, Odo. Get investigating. I want to know the truth about what really happened here.
Thank you, Gina. Oh. Well, I don't have to say that line. Okay, let's get investigating.
This looks like some sort of a notice board or something. And it's absolutely covered in scraps of paper. Ah, Miss Naruhodo, look!
This, you mean? It's an autopsy report, isn't it?
And these are case notes here, and details of prison inmates.
Yes. In fact, they're all the sort of documents that only a detective could normally acquire. What on earth went on in this room?
Some old newspaper cuttings. Ah, and this one here.
Oh, yes. The advertisement, you mean? To the Red-Headed League. But why? What's that doing here?
Whoever occupied this room was clearly interested in it for some reason.
Okay.
Oh, it's a photograph stand. I suppose it must be a picture of one of Inspector Gregson's family members.
What's the matter? Your eyes look like they're about to pop out of your head.
They are! Look, Mr. Naruhodo, quickly!
Oh no. Why do I feel like this woman is familiar somehow?
Of course she's familiar. We met her only this morning.
Ah! It's Mrs. Vigil. Oh god, everything. Oh my god. Okay, you know what? Thank god I'm eating because I'm just stress eating at this point. So, it seems like this was where Mr. Vigil was.
This makes no sense. Why would there be a picture of Mrs. Vigil in here?
To be frank, I don't think I've ever been more stumped.
I'm sorry to say, I have no idea either.
The framed photograph has been entered into the court record. Okay, let's do it. Let's keep going. Okay, actually, let me look at my court record. Okay, that was the thing. Notice of dismissal, the 25th of June, Chief Warder. Daily Vigil is relieved of his post with immediate effect for having violated Clause 132 of Her Majesty's Code of Conduct for Prisons. All rights to redundancy pay and other financial benefits are fully revoked.
Reason for dismissal, aiding and abetting the escape from. Okay. Okay, so he helped. Okay, so he did help him escape. Okay, let's keep going. An empty fireplace makes a room feel even colder than it would be otherwise, doesn't it? It's thick with dust. Look. I think it would be fair to say it hasn't been used in a very long time. In other words, whoever lived in this room must have been extremely hardy in cold weather. Or nobody lived here at all, and merely visited when the occasion arose. I wouldn't like to say which is more likely. No, that's right. It's one or the other. Okay, excuse me.
Sorry, sir. Can't see a thing, sir. Too many tears, sir.
Oh, right. Perhaps I'd better leave you to your work then.
Can I talk to this guy? Oh, there we
go. Excuse me?
Oh, Inspector.
Oh, sir. Poor man. He can't possibly be able to focus on investigating when he's so upset. Everyone is... this is hard for everybody, you can tell. This is presumably the murder weapon then. Oh my! It is real, I suppose. I think so. Guns are so rare in Japan, I really know very little about them. There's one way to know for sure, Mr. Naruto. Fire a shot! No, no, no! If I did that, I'd be looking for a skilled lawyer to represent me in court. Slightly safer to just to ask someone who might know, I think. The killer's revolver has been entered into the court record. Does this sound just make me want to make me go to jail? I swear that's what she wants to do. Oh, what's this? It would appear to be a little model policeman. It's rather charming, isn't it? In a way. Seeing as it's on the floor here, do you think it belonged to Inspector Gregson? It's a little hard to imagine Lord Van Zeet's playing with something like this. It's only about 8 centimeters tall. It could have fallen out of someone's pocket, I suppose. I think we should record it as evidence, just in case. Yes, I agree. It is rather delightful after all. The policeman figurine has been entered into the court record. Okay, so once we get all the evidence, we're gonna have to take a look around. Excuse me.
You're looking down on us from the great beyond, Inspector. Don't worry. We look after things at the yard.
I've interrupted some deep thoughts yet there. Jeez. Somebody's very haphazardly nailed those boards over the broken glass, haven't they? You couldn't even really call it a window anymore. Well, if you remember the window in Mr. Natsume's room, that was totally blocked up with bricks. This one does at least still let in some light, so you can say nothing more about it. I'm starting to feel even more sorry for Mr. Natsume now. That is actually very sad. Okay. Set there. So I suppose this is where the victim... That's right. The rope is laid around the body to show exactly how it was found. Poor Inspector Gregson himself has already been taken away. And would probably be under Dr. Scythe's scalpel by now, if not for what happened last week. From the shape of the rope, it would appear that the inspector was curled up in a ball. Oh, jeez. Are you feeling alright, Mr. Naruto? You look like you've just seen a ghost. I know it's just a rope, but, well, it conjures up quite a terrifying image. That's all. Especially with that blood stain next to it. Oh, I do understand. In some ways, what we picture in our minds can be even worse than reality. Susata sound is so strong, though. She's taking this far better than I am. Okay, look at this wig. Ever since we came in here, I can't take my eyes off this thing. Oh, funnily enough, neither can I. It's a...
Oh, okay. No. That wasn't her. That was me.
It's a hairpiece, isn't it? It is. It is! A bright red hairpiece. And I suppose the fact that it's right there next to where the body was found means we have to accept that Inspector Gregson wore wigs, does it? And it's such a flame-colored red, too. Yes, that's a color we've come across very recently elsewhere, isn't it? Exactly. This is a vital clue, I'm sure of it. The red hairpiece has been entered into the court record.
Okay. Let's quickly look at a court record again. Okay, so the revolver. Okay.
I suppose this must have been the murder weapon. Oh my. It is real, I suppose. I think so. Guns are so rare in Japan, I really know very little about them. Perhaps someone more familiar with firearms could shed a light on things here.
We know someone, possibly, but I forgot who. Let's see. Well, goodbye, everybody. I think it might be, Iris might know some things.
The helmet of this charming policeman appears to be a little worse for wear.
I'm not convinced about the charming part, but yes, you're right. The head part looks like it's been fairly heavily manhandled. Almost as if someone has enjoyed twisting it around and around for fun. Shall we try twisting it around and around too? For fun?
What the? What's that? It appears to be some sort of key. But it's tiny though. It couldn't be a key for a door, not at that size. So what is it for, I wonder? The details of the policeman figurine have been updated in the court record.
Okay. Let's see here. Okay, anything else besides that?
This looks like some sort of key. Yes, it does. A very tiny and simple key. What's the little key doing inside a figurine of a policeman in the first place? And what's it for?
Okay. I've always wondered what the underside of a hairpiece looks like.
That doesn't surprise me at all, Mr. Naruto. You always want to see what lies beneath you.
I'm not sure that's quite how I'd put it. You must have to use lots of bird lime to keep it in place on your head, so it doesn't get blown off in a gust of wind, I mean.
That might be a little inconvenient when you want us to take it off again, don't you think?
I don't know. Come on. Get a good lace front, man. Come on, like this. This is a shake and go wig. Get yourself a good lace front and then glue that shit on easily. Come on. It ain't that hard. Well, maybe in 19th century Britain, but it ain't that hard. Okay, let's do it.
Gina, what was Inspector Gregson doing here in the first place?
That's what I want to know.
It's what? After years since I got out of the clank. That's when I decided to give up me diving and become a detective instead. Oh yes, Mr. Sholmes twisted the inspector's arm to agree to take you on as an apprentice, didn't he?
Something like that, I think. Anyway, the point is, I didn't really know much about the boss till then. But it turns out, he's a bit of a legend at the yard.
Goodness, really?
They say he managed to solve some really tricky case. Just like that.
He did?
Yep. And ever since then, he started going out on all sorts of investigations, but always on his own. No one else at the yard even knows what cases he's working on, apparently.
That's not how it's supposed to work, is it? So what was the legendary inspector doing in a dingy little room like this?
I know he had a lot of respect for the Reaper and all, and look where that landed him.
Respect for the Reaper? In what way?
I heard him say as much. I take my hat off to that fella, were his words.
Not how the general public feels, is it? Most people are terrified of the Reaper.
Yeah, the boss said that's exactly why he respected the bloke.
I didn't realize Gregson held the Reaper in quite such high regard.
He said something else to me and all. That I didn't need to worry about the Reaper, cause he only goes after people what are bad. It did kind of set my mind at ease when he said that.
He always saw her as not a bad girl, obviously. He saw her as as a better person. That's nice. Right. What is this place then? Does anyone live here?
Apparently, it's been rented by some cove called Hugh Bone.
Hugh Boone? Bone. Hugh Boone? It's a sort of here today gone tomorrow name that isn't. Okay, it's a sort of here today gone tomorrow name that, isn't it?
Yeah, he's what we call an unidentified person. We haven't been able to get in touch with him.
I see. Well, judging from appearances, I'd have to say this place hasn't been lived in for a long time, if ever.
Right? All the lads from the yard piled down to get stuck into the investigation. But there's so little here, no one knew what to do with themselves.
I do wonder. Yes, Mr. Sato? Well, could it be that this Hugh Boone is in fact Inspector Gregson himself? What? How could that be?
Well, if he was investigating on his own, it's quite possible that this was in fact some kind of a secret office of his.
I never considered that.
Nice work, Sivs. We're actually following a line of inquiry like that ourselves.
You are?
If you look around the room, you'll see there's a few things that hint at it.
We should really investigate this place in detail. Well, we already did. Okay. I see that's where the poor inspector was found. Over there.
Yeah, that's right. They said it was a single bullet put him in. Apparently, the bullet went right through him and struck that candle tray on the wall.
Oh yes. It's blown one of the candles apart apparently, completely.
And the gun used is there on the floor. It's the Reaper's in it, no denying that. What? Really? How do you know that? Take it easy. I don't know what to do with myself when you stare at me with them big white eyes. I'm only saying what I've heard. I don't know much about guns myself. But there's some bigwig lawman or whatever who said so. Why didn't you ask him?
A bigwig lawman, is it?
Anyway, Fresno Street runs along under that window there. There were some street sellers just outside who heard the gunshot.
Oh, but I don't recall seeing anybody outside.
Yeah, they've all been taken down to the yard for questioning, that's why.
We're talking about the Yard's legendary inspector here. After all, they'll be getting a grilling. Do you think we might be able to speak with those street sellers ourselves? I doubt it. The lads at the Yard will just want to know what you're snooping for, and you'll be up for grilling and all. So we can't interview the witnesses then. Shame. Jeez. Okay, let's look at that thing real quick. I didn't even think about looking at that actually. There we go. The top of one of these candles in this candle holder has been completely blown off. Yes, there's wax spattered on the wall behind. Look. I suppose if a bullet had hit it. It does seem likely that the bullet hit the candle. It first passed through the inspector's body. Ugh. Now that wax on the wall looks like blood to me. The candle lover has been entered into the court record. Okay, I think we did as much investigating in this area as we could. Anything else I'm missing? I'd just like to make sure I checked every inch of the room. Okay, so let's take a look at the court record. There's some black marks here. Look. Yes, they look like some sort of scorch marks. So perhaps the bullet struck the candle here. Do you think? It's only this one candle that's been cracked in half, it seems. Yes, I think you might be right. Firearms are rarely used by criminals in Japan, so I'm afraid I'm not particularly knowledgeable about them.
That's a first. Anything else on this thing? Okay, no. Let's see, there's something we can show her. To the Red-Headed League, on account of the bequest of the late Ezekiah Hopkins of Lebanon, Pennsylvania, USA, there is now another vacancy open which entitles a member of the League to a salary of £4 a week for purely nominal services. All red-headed men who are sound in body and mind and above the age of 21 years are eligible. Apply in person on the morning of the 31st at the large park on Lime Street. Okay, interesting here. Maybe she knows something. Maybe she might know something about this. Nope. Gina, what do you make of this? What is that? Evidence? What's up with that? About what happened, have you? Oh, no. Not exactly. I ain't been long at my job to get all this deductive business here. But I swear I'm gonna get the person who did this to the boss. Okay. Okay, we have to go talk to someone. Is it... Okay, this is new. You've made good time. I took an express train back to London. Who's talking? I can hear Lord Strongheart. Can you?
Yes, it sounds as though he's talking to someone.
Oh God. Kazuma, my boyfriend.
What's he doing? What is he doing here? Actually, real quick, He looks good in that suit. I don't know about you, but oh god, can't take me out to dinner tonight. I don't mind seeing him in this. Actually, it actually looks good on him. Please don't change. Is everything in place?
I had a private compartment on the train so I could check out the paperwork. It's Kazuma-sama. Huh?
Ah, your timing is impeccable. It is? No doubt you've heard the sickening news about the Reaper's latest delivery.
Yes. I'm sure you don't believe it, of course, though, Lord Van Zeeks, Lord Strongheart. That Lord Van Zeeks could have done such a thing to Inspector Gregson?
I believe only in the facts. And the facts in this case point to one thing. The unavoidable accusal of Lord Van Zeeks for this crime. We must bring charges against the Reaper for taking the life of our legendary detective.
Oh no, surely not!
It's a truly regrettable situation. Tomorrow, the Forensic Science Symposium finally begins. At the very least, though, we can show the world our justice system's swift and equitable processes. There we go.
So does that mean the trial is tomorrow?
Precisely.
Oh god.
In fact, this is a fine opportunity for introductions.
Like, oh boy, this is great. This is going great. The trial's tomorrow, like always. Kazuma.
Ah, but of course. You're already acquainted, aren't you? Mr. Asogi here will be present at tomorrow's proceedings. Leading the prosecution.
No! No, 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 no. Oh no!
Man, this episode is just throwing punches left and right. What the heck? So not only is Gregson dead and Van Zeeks is on trial, but Kazuma is gonna be the prosecutor. No, 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 no. So if I take Van Zeeks as his defense lawyer, I have to prosecute. I have to go against my best friend. Oh no! No way! No way! This is crazy already. Oh god, this is a trial to remember. That's for sure. Okay, let's keep going.
Wait. What? Kazuma.
As I'm sure you're aware, he's a very capable practitioner of law.
Kazuma-sama, a prosecutor?
But oh yeah, that's right. Wasn't his dad like a defense lawyer? Can I talk to my boyfriend, please? He looks so hot, like right there.
I'm sorry for all the worry I've caused you, but it'll be all right now. Has your memory completely returned? Yes, completely. I remember everything, including what I was coming here to do. Right. Kazuma-sama, I can't tell you how happy I am to see you alive and well like this. But how did you come to be here in London when you were suffering from amnesia? It was the voice. This past year, I've been hearing it in my head constantly, saying the same thing over and over. Go to London. That's where your destiny awaits. It was that voice that guided me here to London. I'm so sorry for what's happened. Anyway, my memory might have returned to me. But there's something that won't return to the way it was before. Huh? What do you mean? I'm a prosecutor now, so I'm sure our paths will cross again very soon. Huh?
Oh God, I don't want to go against him. Can I not? Is there like, is there an option to like not take the case? Is there an option to not do it?
Just sitting behind that desk must make you feel so important, don't you think? Would you like to have an office like this, Mr. Naruhodo? With such a grand desk?
Who, me? No, I don't think so.
Oh? Well, imagine if you suddenly found yourself needing a toilet. You'd have so far to go. How true. Perhaps the important people who work in ostentatious offices like this haven't considered such things.
Also, if you go too far to either side, you'll fall off.
I'm going to take that as a compliment.
Okay. Let's talk to Strongheart. I'm sure you can imagine that tomorrow's trial will be closely followed all over London. In fact, no, people all over the Empire will be watching closely to see how it unfolds.
There's no salvation for anyone in a trial prosecuted by the Reaper of the Bailey. And now, the Reaper himself must stand in the dock.
Quite so. The public will want answers about the Reaper. Answers about how and why those who escaped convictions subsequently died mysterious deaths.
But Lord Van Seeks firmly denies any involvement in such matters. And there have been thorough investigations that have proven him to be innocent.
That's certainly true. Or it has been, at least until now. No, tomorrow's trial will mark the start of a new chapter in our country's great judicial history.
So, Kazuma will be prosecuting tomorrow.
That's right.
But he's a defense lawyer, Lord Strongheart.
I almost bit my tongue, sorry. Accomplished young law practitioners cannot pick and choose their roles.
Huh?
And imagine what it would mean for the prosecution to know the strategies commonly employed by the defense. A devastating combination, wouldn't you agree?
Absolutely. I have no doubt at all that Cosmo will be razor sharp as a prosecutor. But why Kazuma-sama? There are surely many other highly skilled prosecutors in Great Britain.
It was a personal request.
I asked to be assigned to the trial. You asked for this? But why? And it'll all become clear tomorrow. I'm guessing you intend to stand for the defense, don't you? Although, the Reaper appears to be turning down all offers of representation. I'm surprised such a personal request would have been upheld. It seems unprecedented, quite exceptional in fact.
You are quite right, Miss Mikotoba. Tomorrow's trial will be unprecedented and exceptional in every way. Okay, real quick, I actually just thought this. So one time, and I was reading like an article on the wiki, and I got to the Mikotobas. I was reading Susato, and I literally said Susato Mikotuba. I was like, wait, she's not a tuba, she's a toba. I was like, okay. Every time I say their name now, don't say tuba. I can imagine like Miko Tuba. I want someone to make a Susato into a tuba right now.
Okay.
After all, The accused is one of Britain's greatest prosecutors, the pride of the empire. It would be unwise to give the public a reason to perceive it as the judiciary closing ranks.
So that's why you're happy to let a foreigner handle the prosecution. Ryunosuke, let's see how your skills have been honed after practicing law in this land for so many months. Kazuma, I don't understand why you're being so hostile to me now. This isn't going to end well, my friend.
My God, I don't want to do this.
Oh yes, we noticed that there was a gun at the scene of Inspector Gregson's death. Do you know if it belongs to Lord Van Zieks?
That would be a question for the lead detective investigating the scene.
Well, the thing is, she wasn't sure. So she told me I should ask somebody higher up who might know. That's right, Mr. Naruhodo. Be direct.
It's certainly a model that's issued to all personnel involved in law enforcement, yes. Which includes prosecutors, as I'm sure you can imagine.
In that case, it could have actually belonged to the victim.
No, Gregson had his gun on his person.
What about Lord Van Zieks?
He claims it's currently not in his possession.
What?
According to his story, he lost it. In short, it's more than a little suspicious.
But just because the gun in question is the same type as the defendant's is no proof that it's actually his.
No, of course not.
Nevertheless, the situation is grave for Lord Van Zieks.
Oh boy. This is already hard to do.
It doesn't look like we're going to glean much more here. Well, thank you very much, Lord Strongheart.
Remember, tomorrow's trial will go down in our empire's history. There's much you could learn from the public gallery.
So I can't defend him? Sorry to have taken up so much of your time. We'll see ourselves out.
Hold it!
Before you go, Ryunosuke.
Oh god, that was... Oh god, I wasn't ready.
Oh, what is it, Katsuma? I just wanted to thank you. Kazuma-sama. What? You took my determination to heart and brought it with you over the ocean in my stead. And you carried out my role to perfection. You always were intent on setting British law in order to change our own justice system. It was your dream, and Mr. Naruhodo didn't want that to die with you. Yes. But I had another purpose for coming here. Oh? I actually have a favor to ask. Which is... This trial I'll be prosecuting tomorrow. I'd like you to be there to see how it ends. Right in front of me. As the defense counsel. Why? What's this all about? I just want to beat your head into the ground. What? Nothing. I know you have what it takes. But Lord Van Zieks would never put his fate in my hands. On the contrary, he recognizes your talent. He does? It's not easy to see behind the facade sometimes. Here, have a look at this.
Oh, that is so adorable! Oh man, that is so. God, I want to take a screenshot, but I don't want to ruin the moment. That's so adorable. I love Lord Van Zieks now. You know what? Screw it. I love Lord Van Zieks. I take everything back.
That's Lord Van Zieks and Inspector Gregson. And a photograph that must have been taken some time ago by the look of it. So young. And who's the third person?
That's Clint.
It was displayed very prominently in the detective's office. In Gregson's office, you mean? Yes. What I'm trying to say is, if you really think you can trust the Reaper, you might find that some straight talking makes him take a different view. Take it. Gregson's photograph has been entered into the court record.
Okay, we gotta show it to him, don't we?
I don't understand. Why are you giving me this? Just hurry, Ryunosuke. Visiting hours at the prison are almost over. What are you doing, Kazuma?
Well, I guess that's all we're gonna get, aren't we? Alright. Oh no, wrong one. I just read prison and went straight there. Whoopsie. Okay, here we go.
Lord Van Zeeks is still reading that letter. We've been gone for quite some time, though. Either he's an incredibly slow reader, or it's an incredibly long letter.
I'll take the second option.
I might even be able to read English faster than he can.
I was intending to ignore you entirely. But I can't turn a deaf ear to such an insulting Nipponese.
Oh, okay, there he is. There's the Van Zeeks we know. Hey, how you doing, my buddy? Hey.
Oh, sorry. I didn't think you'd hear that.
I had the case notes brought to me in secret. I was reading them to pass the time.
Yes, we heard that your trial is set for tomorrow.
Which is none of your business.
So, have you found a lawyer?
How many times must I reiterate the same thing? This has nothing to do with you.
In other words, no. We were just talking to Lord Strongheart, and the prosecutor for your trial has been decided.
I'd expect nothing less, though I have no idea who it is.
It's going to be Kazuma Asogi.
What? Asogi?
That made the color drain from his face.
Well, time to talk to them.
Huh. Well then. It seems I'm going to have to engage in conversation with you again after all.
Yay, he wants me to be his lawyer.
Isn't he?
10 years ago, my older brother, who was the director of prosecutions at the time, was murdered. And the killer, as you know, was a visiting student from the Far East. Not a single day goes by when I don't curse the name of Asogi.
Genshin Asogi was Kazuma-sama's father.
So what cruel twist of fate is this now, 10 years later? The man's son is to crucify me in some kangaroo court.
I still don't understand why Lord Strongheart apprenticed Kazuma to you.
It's what he does. No doubt he knew the young man's true identity from the outset.
But what could he have been hoping to achieve? And let's not forget that it was only 8 days ago that Kazuma recovered from his amnesia. Why would Lord Strongheart assign this trial to somebody like that?
Asogi. That name is the very epitome of my bane. The bane that is you Nipponese.
Right. Your hatred of all us Japanese.
Yeah. He just likes to be racist against it, like casually racist against us.
I'd only just been appointed as a prosecutor when it happened 10 years ago. My brother Clint, the director of prosecutions, was hunting down a mass murderer.
The so-called professor.
assigned to the investigation as his partner was a certain visiting student dispatched from Scotland Yard.
And that was Genshin Asogi.
Exactly. I developed a deep respect for the man. He seemed noble-minded and chivalrous in the extreme to me. But none of us saw the true nature of the man. So I lost everything when it happened. My esteemed brother, the people I believed in. Any semblance of right prevailing over wrong.
Oh my. How awful.
To avenge my brother, I prosecuted in Asogi's trial. It wouldn't ordinarily have been allowed, but I beleaguered the ascribed prosecutor until he consented.
What do you mean by the ascribed prosecutor?
The man in charge of the professor case inquiry, Lord the Maelstrom.
Okay, what the? What is happening? So now even Lord Strongheart's in on. He was the prosecutor. Oh my god. Okay. Oh boy, this is. I'm going crazy here. Wait, what? Lord Strongheart?
He was a highly accomplished prosecutor, but he agreed to relinquish the trial to me and act as my advisor instead. Since that time, he's the one person to whom I felt indebted.
I'm sure you must have seen your zeal for the case and recognized your potential as a prosecutor.
Anyway, time passed, but then earlier this year, who should arrive in London but you?
Ah!
Well, that was a quick look. And of all things, as a lawyer.
I felt your animosity the first time I ever faced you in the courtroom. Your obvious deep loathing of us Japanese.
I kept telling myself it was illogical. But for so many years, that hatred had festered inside me. I could no longer control it.
And I can understand why. Now I know the history. I mean, it kind of goes to show that, like, a lot of people, some people are racist and, like, just mean to people who happen to be of one particular race or ethnicity because of just one bad or a few bad incidents with people who happen to be the same thing. And that's what goes to how it is. It's kind of like people who are like, what is it? Who are, what's the thing? Who are either, racist against some Asians or racist against Muslims, like, hatred of Muslims and everything. It's like that because of like, it all happened because one bad incident, and it just so happened that they were happen to be that way. It just goes to show, like, this is like, it's kind of like obviously like a commentary on that, but still, it's like, this isn't brand new or anything.
But in the same way that I felt but in the same way that I've long felt the Nipponese to be the bane of my life, to Kazuma Asogi, I am the bane of his. The Reaper, who sent his father to the gallows. He's looking for revenge, and he intends to take it in court tomorrow.
Oh boy. Okay, let's keep going. Let's get more information.
Gregson's transfer to Paris Police Prefecture had finally been arranged for the coming month. But he'll never make it to France now. It's a tragedy.
Yeah, come to think of it, he did mention something about that, didn't he? I wonder, does it happen often? Being transferred internationally, I mean.
It's the first time I've ever encountered it.
Oh!
The Paris police welcoming an English detective is, almost inconceivable. I can't imagine what kind of magic Gregson must have worked to put that arrangement in place.
It sounds like that mystery has even the Reaper perplexed.
I'm afraid to say that we were very ignorant about Inspector Gregson's standing. We hear that he was considered something of a legend at Scotland Yard.
Again, it was 10 years ago that he first made a name for himself by uncovering a decisive piece of evidence that exposed the professor's identity. If it wasn't for Gregson's singular approach to the case, the discovery would never have been made.
What sort of approach?
After my brother's life was taken, the inspector pushed for a full autopsy.
Oh my, 10 years ago?
Why is that so surprising?
Autopsy was considered a desecration of the body at the time, and rarely performed. My brother was of course a noble. That made the idea of it even more unthinkable. But something Gregson had dug up in his investigations made him determined it was necessary. His powerful conviction somehow influenced the House of Lords, and as a result, I could avenge my brother's death.
So, you must have had great confidence in the inspector's abilities then. It's even more inconceivable that you would have taken his life.
No, I would have done that too. I don't have confidence in anyone.
Oh?
And I'm sure Gregson felt the same way. I've no doubt he thought of me only as the ominous Reaper, just like the rest of London.
What really went on between Lord Van Zieks and Gregson, I wonder? What was the true nature of their relationship?
I wonder what it was that was in that autopsy.
About the gun used to shoot the inspector that was found at the scene.
Ah, yes. That's not mine.
Well, case closed. He's not the murderer.
Really? Because common opinion seems to be that it is.
What do you expect me to say to that?
Lord Strongheart informs us that you claim to have misplaced your firearm.
As embarrassing as that is, I'm afraid it's true.
When did you lose it then?
That, I don't know. You stupid Nipponis, I said I lost it. How can I remember exactly when that happened?
Oh.
I was issued with a revolver when I first became a prosecutor 10 years ago. I must have stolen it somewhere, I suppose. Or left it somewhere, perhaps.
You have something in common with Lord Van Zieks after all, Mrs. Naruto. A talent for misplacing things.
No. This has nothing to do with me. Don't drag me into it.
Don't make the mistake of associating with me with this Nipponis.
Oh dear. The rift is very wide, isn't it?
No. This is one thing we like to also agree on. We hate Susato for doing that.
So it's not decisive evidence, clearly, but it doesn't look good, that's for sure.
Okay.
Time to present the photograph. Lord Van Zieks, we came by this old photograph.
Where did you get that?
It was taken when I became...
Oh, sorry. Oh no! It was taken when I became a qualified prosecutor.
It's almost unbelievable.
It's Van Zieks. Read the name tag.
Okay, here we go.
It's almost unbelievable. I assumed it was long lost.
Is the man on the left there?
Yes, that's my brother, Clint.
The details of Gregson's photograph have been updated in the court record. It had to be, really. Apparently, this picture was prominently displayed in Gregson's office. He had a deep respect for you, you know. Were you aware of that?
Respect? That's nonsense!
No, we've heard someone attest to it very clearly. Inspector Gina Lestrade, no less.
Well, maybe once, yes. There was a time things were like that. We were brothers in arms, jovially discussing the future of justice and other such lofty subject matter. That was a nice glimpse of the past. I thank you.
I feel as though I got a nice glimpse of the past then, too. There was a glimmer of light in his eyes, a brief twinkle. An insight into the true nature of this man known to all as the stone-cold reaper of the Bailey.
Okay, this is it.
Mr. Naruto.
Oh, that's the first time he's ever used my actual name.
I've lost all confidence in my country's justice system. I don't trust the police, the judiciary, or lawyers. But there's still the one thing I'm willing to believe in.
What's that?
That what you see in the eyes of another across the courtroom. A simple determination to know the truth.
Lord Van Zeeks?
The very first time we clashed in the Bailey almost a year ago now. I couldn't deny it, even though I dearly wished I could. Here is a loathsome Nipponese, who has absolute integrity as a lawyer.
Huh?
There are only two other men I've known with that same look in their eyes. My brother Clint and Genshin Asongi.
The man he idolized and the man who betrayed his trust in the most hideous way.
When you showed me that photograph just now, it reminded me.
You mean this photograph?
Back then I was able to laugh. I was free of the shackles of mistrust that plague me now. I look to the future with hope. Since then I've protected myself against betrayal by refusing to trust anyone. But at times, the mire into which I've sunk makes it almost impossible to breathe.
I'm so sorry.
So, Mr. Naruto, I want to believe in that look in your eyes. I need to believe in it.
Oh, please.
In tomorrow's trial, will you advocate for me?
Yes! Yes, there we go. There we go. Oh, wait, no. I have to go against Kazuma. I forgot. But we'll take it. We have to take it. We have to trust Lord Van Zeeks because only we trust in him and he trusts me. We gotta do it.
Come on, say yes. Of course I will. It would be an honor.
There we go. That's what we gotta do. We gotta trust him because he trusts us. That's what we do with Van Zeeks. He trusts me and I trust him. Maybe not so much, but I trust him.
I'm so pleased, Mr. Naruto.
That my life is in your hands.
We're gonna mess it up tomorrow, aren't we? For Lord Van Zeeks, that must have been an incredibly hard thing to ask. Which is why I simply cannot let the man down. For tomorrow, in the Old Bailey, against my old friend Kazuma.
Okay, here we go. Okay, so we got that was the for today's portion. Okay, let's save here. All right, so tomorrow's is the trial. I think that was enough for me today. Because I kind of want to just leave it off here for now. As much as I would love to go into the trial right now, where we are, I think it's a good place to just leave it off for the moment. So yeah, that was very, very interesting. So this trial has taken a lot of turns, hasn't it? Because, I did not expect it to be this crazy. I don't think any of us expected it to be like this, because when the day first started, I thought seeing Sholmes like that was the craziest thing that was gonna happen. But then we find out Gregson died, Van Zieks is being blamed, and Kazuma is now going to be the prosecutor. And now Strongheart was the one who's supposed to prosecute against Genshin Asogi, but then Lord Van Zieks wanted to be the lawyer so he can get revenge on his brother. I don't know. It's crazy. Oh boy, I don't know how I feel about this. It's crazy enough as it is. I honestly, like, at the same time though, it's like, I understand where he's coming from. Because for Van Zieks, this was definitely a lot for him to go through. And for us especially, it's like everyone we know is involved with this case somehow. We have every Japanese character that we know, Genshin Asogi, Judge Jigoku, Professor Mikotoba, and obviously me and Susato were connected because we're all related somehow to the people who came originally 10 years ago, and obviously the professor was the murderer in that case. Clint is connected with that because he was the victim, so Van Zieks is obviously the prosecutor for that trial, and he's also the one related to him. So obviously there's that. And now Kazuma's here trying to get revenge for what happened to his father because of Van Zieks. So I don't know about you guys, but this is a crazy trial, and I'm loving it. I'm loving every second of it. I have no clue where this case is going to go next. I'm very excited though to see what happens, but the trial will remain closed until next week. So there's not going to be any other stream for the rest of the week or this weekend. I am going out of town, so today's the only stream for this week, so I hope you guys enjoyed it. Tuesday, of course, will be Ace Attorney. I'll have to update the time depending on some things. And then I think Persona 4 will come back, not this Friday, next Friday. And we'll see what else we're gonna do for the week. Keep in touch with my stream schedule here on Twitch, and obviously on my Instagram. Like I always say, keep in touch there. You'll always find my information ready to go, and I always say when I'm about to go on. So for today, this is where we're gonna leave off. We're gonna go to the trial when we get to the trial next week. So until then, thank you guys for coming in today. I appreciate you guys for staying and watching, and I hope you guys have a good rest of your week. I'll see you later.